Welcome to day 3 of my mini-series about working as a local reporter, getting ready to cover the NFL draft. Let's go.
Out for my Sunday morning walk, so we're gonna see a construction update. Today's date is Sunday, April 20th. It's Easter Sunday. Work does not stop, even on a holiday. 4 days until the draft. Definitely can tell that there are people in from out of town. There are so many people walking around. Tons of movement down here today. We got more screens going up. Progress. Headed into work. Another day, another dollar. Let's go.
Once I scan into work, first things first, gotta start posting some web articles, get those published, and then post those onto our social media pages. I said this yesterday, but of course we have to maintain a social media presence on the weekends too, and that job is mine on Saturdays and Sundays. Then after a while, some of our bosses came in. We had some meetings about how it's draft week and what our coverage and our evening shows are gonna look like. You can obviously tell that the weekends are pretty slow around here. Unless there's big breaking news, there's not a whole lot of action around our newsroom. It really is just a lot of me sitting there waiting for press releases to come in to write up on social media. This weekend has been all about making sure that we have draft related content on our website. But really the most exciting stuff, of course, is gonna come when the draft actually starts. It's been honestly like a little bit exhausting leading up to the draft, just trying to think of other ways to tell the story of the draft is coming that people haven't already seen. Sometimes it just gets exhausting, but that's the big story. So we have to stay on it and we have to be consistent with it because this is the biggest event that's ever come to Green Bay. I'm just ready for it to be here and to actually start covering the event itself. I'm really, really excited to see as a person just how it all comes together and the whole production of it all. But then as, reporter too, seeing the ins and outs of everything and seeing how all this work that we have been doing, preparing and leading up to it, meets the actual moment that it's happening. It's time to put on my fake lashes. Focusing hard right here. Makeup done. Back to my desk. 2 hours later.
It is 7:45. At 8 o'clock we do a pre-recorded little mini news segment that will run in the early morning hours.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Marlo Lundak. Here's a quick look at what's happening in our area and in Wisconsin today. Yesterday's rain didn't stop fans from scoping out the area before big crowds arrive. The 4th and final phase of road closures will start tomorrow when Mike McCarthy Way, Armed Forces Drive, and Tony Canadeo Run will close. Let's head over now to Chief Meteorologist Patrick Powell for a look at the forecast as we start the work week. Patrick, what can you tell us?
Marlo, we have a storm moving away.
Wait, hold on. Back up. Why isn't it working? Now it's embarrassing itself. You're embarrassing it.
And back to work. I'm back at my desk reading through all of my scripts before our newscast tonight. This only takes me about 20 minutes to read through everything, and then I'm ready to go.
Mark and I are getting ready for our 9 o'clock newscast. Hi, Mark.
Hello.
Woo! We have a draft special at 9:30 that's airing tonight. Today's the first day of it because we've got 4 days now until the draft. So lots of draft content all day today.
It is draft week here in Northeast Wisconsin. All week long, we will have team coverage around the draft campus and online.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight at 9 with round 1 just less than 4 days away now. The neighborhoods around Lambeau Field are getting ready for what's to come in terms of parking.
Skipping ahead through the newscast, here's some behind the scenes of what it looks like when Patrick is doing weather. In the bottom left of the screen, you can see what it actually looks like on TV.
The stage is nearly set.
Here you can see that I'm making some faces and touching my back. I'm messing with my headset. The volume was all messed up, and I'm not on TV here, so people couldn't see me
Today's
doing
rain
that.
didn't stop crews from putting the finishing touches on that draft campus, nor did it stop fans from scoping out the area before hundreds of thousands of people flocked to Titletown. Now, to kick off our first half-hour show, we bring in sports director Ryan Wing and our Packers insider and Hall of Famer Johnny Gray. Hey, guys.
Hey, Mark.
This is the sports team. On the left is Johnny. He's a former Packer player. And on the right is our sports director, Ryan. And there you go. That's all the action for today, except for when my camera fell in the middle of the newscast. Newscast done. Time to change and go home. I'm off for the next 2 days. And then Wednesday I come back and then it's full draft mode for me. So see you then.